I thank the chairwoman for taking me out of order. Mr. Wiedefeld, we all recognize that there are no new ready sources of revenue for WMATA. The usual mythical sources, of course, are mentioned from time to time. Some from this side of the room, such as outsourcing, or the federal government has never been mentioned by any of you, but of course it's been alleged that that is what is really called for here. I do note that in the last FAST Act, that we just done, there was a 25% increase for older systems. And that was something that, as the ranking member, I fought very hard for, because there really is a difference between these systems and the newer ones. Yet, what cannot be ignored is that Metro's had a 5% loss over the last 5 years. You're probably going to have more with SafeTrack. But I noted in something you said a few months ago that WMATA was trying to help itself. It was looking for something that business often does, incentives to reattract riders. I don't know, and you can tell me things like if you went into a station and it was crowded and you just had to leave, you could re-enter at some later point, some kind of new pass. Could you outline what kind, if you are still considering such incentives, particularly after you're going to lose some of your riders anyway, can you afford to put some of these incentives in place? And if so, what kind of incentives are you looking at now to help riders be reattracted to Metro?
Okay. Yeah, a few things we've done. One is the ability, in effect, to tap in, tap out, what we call. So if you get into a station, there's something going on, we would charge you to get back out, even though you didn't use the system. So we changed that. So basically, you get 15 minutes to make up your mind, and if something doesn't play out the way you want to play it, you get back out. You don't have to pay. I think that's just a good customer service, product that we should have. We've worked with the university system, for instance, for a universal university pass. In effect, we're working with American University, where all their students will have unlimited use of the system for a flat fee that they charge at the beginning of the year as part of their tuition or their fees, I guess. And the rationale for that is basically that's a lot of non-peak usage. It also introduces other people that we want to educate about the system and use the system, another way to attract people like that. Again, we're trying to do things from a customer and IT side to give real-time information, again, as I just mentioned, so people can make educated decisions. So it's continuing to do things like that. I've got to balance that clearly on the potential impact on revenue of that. But on the other hand, we have to make sure that we're reflecting the times of today and not doing the same stuff we did in 1980, 1990.
So notwithstanding Fast Track, you're still going to put those incentives out there. In fact, perhaps because of Fast Track, you need those incentives out there.
Yes, we will.
Thank you very much, Madam Chair.